Hi everyone, Miss Moxley here with your recording for today, Wednesday, November the 28th. On the agenda for today, you guys have the seed dispersal lesson and quiz. Tomorrow you'll have another scrimmage. This will be your second scrimmage. It'll consist of 2 extended response questions at 4 points apiece and 4 multiple choice questions at 1 point apiece. Please do your best on the extended response questions. I want you guys to at least attempt and try to give an answer for those extended response questions because it is better to obtain some points instead of no points at all. So please do your best on those extended response questions. Friday, you guys have the seedling lesson and quiz, and of course your notebook check. So what I want to discuss today is I want to discuss the seed. You guys should have completed this lesson and quiz yesterday, and Monday we talked about green plants. So this is going to continue our lesson on our discussion on plants. So our objectives are to describe the basic anatomy and biological composition of a seed, list the basic requirements for seed germination and growth, and explain how a seed grows. And then your keywords are seed coat, embryo, endosperm, and soil. And I've got a couple of items already up for us on the whiteboard here. Let me move my mouse out of the way for you guys. So we are talking about the seed, and when we're talking about a seed, the first thing that you guys probably picture is a bean seed or some sort of a plant seed, and it's hard, usually has a smooth texture on the outside. This is known as the seed coat. It is the tough outer covering. It protects the seed, and it also allows it to be transported if it is not a smooth seed. If it's a seed that has burrs on it, it allows it to be transported, so those burrs can be on that seed coat as well. So with our seed, inside of our seed coat, we have what is known as the embryo. And this embryo is the undeveloped plant that is protected by that seed coat. And it does consist of a root, a stem, and 2 seed leaves. So that embryo has those undeveloped pieces of a plant. Now, our endosperm is the largest part of our actual seed. It's inside of that seed coat. It encompasses the embryo, but it is the nutrition. It is the first nutrition that the embryo, that the seed itself receives. Oops. And this endosperm, this nutrition, is required in terms of the plant actually developing. So what we have is we have water that actually activates and penetrates the seed coat, and it'll activate growth of the seed. We'll have to have some heat with that and warmth. It can't be cold. But once this water penetrates that seed coat, this embryo is going to start utilizing this nutrition in this endosperm so that it can break free of the seed coat. Now, once it breaks free, once the embryo breaks free of the endosperm, it actually is going to become a sprout. So this is our seedling, which is our, small new plant. Our seedling is our small new plant. And this small new plant is going to consist of that root that it had in the embryo, and it's going to develop new roots. It's going to have that stem, which has continued to grow and develop, and it may have more leaves at this point. So instead of just those 2 leaves, it's starting to grow additional leaves. And on these leaves, we have chlorophyll, and we've talked about chlorophyll already. Chlorophyll, green chlorophyll, is found in the leaves of plant. And what's happened is that endosperm, that nutrition, has been used up, and the plant has to obtain new energy. So this chlorophyll in these leaves is going to go through the process of photosynthesis. So found in the leaves. Responsible, let's say, for photosynthesis. And photosynthesis, the items required for photosynthesis are sunlight, carbon dioxide. This is the air that we breathe out, so we breathe in oxygen. We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide, and plants will take in this carbon dioxide and give off oxygen. So they need carbon dioxide, they need water. All of these things to produce glucose or to produce energy. So photosynthesis produces energy for the plant in the form of glucose. That is its main responsibility. So when we're talking about the life cycle of a plant, we've gone from a seed to a seedling, to a mature plant, which produces buds or pods. And these buds or pods will then produce flowers. And our flowers, like we've talked about in the past, are part of our reproduction. So they have to be fertilized with pollen. And once these flowers are fertilized with pollen, they'll produce a fruit, a seed of some sorts, which then again can be replanted. So we've had our seed, our seedling, our mature plant, which produces a bud. Our bud forms a flower. Our flower is fertilized and forms a fruit or seed. And our seed can then be replanted. So you can see the life cycle there of a plant. It all starts over. That seed coat then again has to be penetrated with water. That embryo develops using that endosperm, that first nutrition. It becomes a sprout, a seedling. It uses that chlorophyll to obtain and create energy. And the life cycle of a plant starts all over again. All right, guys. That is it for today as far as the seed is concerned. If you have questions about any of the items from the past, any of the recordings, questions about an assignment or practice, please don't hesitate to reach out. You'll have your scrimmage tomorrow. It'll cover, you'll have 2 new extended response questions that cover from the past 2 weeks. The material covered the past 2 weeks. 2 of your multiple choice questions will be from the new material within the past 2 weeks, and then the other 2 of your multiple choice questions will be review from any of the content covered from the beginning up to this point. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will speak with you again on Monday. Bye, guys.